Round 5 of the Australian Baseball League has seen the Adelaide Bite and the Melbourne Aces fight out a close series in the South Australian capital. Adelaide slugger Denny Almonte nearly single-handedly won 2 big games for the Bite in their Round 5 series split with the Aces, scoring 12 of their 16 runs in the series, 8 in Game 2 if you don't mind, to set a new ABL record for the most RBIs in a single game. Go Denny! A second inning solo shot from Justin Huber and a 3-run blast from Josh Davies in the 6th inning, guiding the Aces to a 4-0 shutout in Game 1 at Coopers Stadium in Adelaide. Almonte had 3 hits, 2 of which were doubles in the loss, so the Bite and the Aces splitting their Round 5 series. Over in Sydney, Blue Sox starter Vaughan Harris looked impressive in the 7-0 shutout, and Sydney's bats showed some life this time, with the Blue Sox driving in 6 runs in the 3rd. New import Brandon Barnes was 2 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. A 6-run 3rd inning, the offensive highlight for the Blue Sox. It gave Harris, who entered the game with a 0-2 record, all the run support he would need. The Sydney lineup hit the ball hard and consistently. Harris was in control from the outset and he settled into things comfortably after a 6-run 3rd inning. He struck out 3 and allowed just 5 hits while shutting out the Bandits. He was supported ably by some sound defence, and the outfield also taking some neat catches. It was a hard night for Brisbane, whose offence was not able to fire. Their bullpen effective in relief of Andrew Mark, 0-1, who was chased out in the 3rd. John Durkett settled in nicely after some early challenges, and Chris Mauday pitched a clean 1.1 innings, Sydney taking the series over the Bandits 4-1. The Canberra Cavalry continued their somewhat surprising charge up the ABL ladder with consecutive upset wins over the previously undefeated Perth Heat in Perth. The Heat falling to the Cavalry for the 3rd time in a row on a Sunday night at Barbagallo Ballpark. The 6-3 loss puts Perth in an uncomfortable and unfamiliar situation this campaign, their first loss of the ABL season. The Heat struck first in the game as Tim Kennelly got things started for the 2nd night in a row. Kennelly hit a lead-off single and stole 2nd before moving to 3rd on catcher Alex Berg's sacrifice fly, with Alan DeSan Miguel on the plate. Canberra catcher Kyle Perkins let a pitch get by him, and Kennelly ran home to take the 1-0 lead. The Cavalry struck back in a big way in the top of the 2nd with 3 runs of their own. With the bases loaded, Heat starter Warwick Southpold struck out Yue Kai, but the wild pitch got by Berg and Travis Scott ran home to score. Canberra reliever Stephen Kent got the last 7 outs, including the final strikeout of Kennelly, to preserve the 6-3 win for the Cavalry. Canberra taking the series 3-1 in Perth. So we'll look at the standings after Round 5 and we see Perth still out on top, Sydney lifting themselves off the bottom of the ladder, and Canberra, the big movers, into 2nd place. The Cavalry certainly on the march. Denny Almonte from the Adelaide Bite and Yusei Kikuchi from the Melbourne Aces, this week's standout performers. And as usual, we'll see you again next week.